What's it like living in Lone Mountain? Today, I'll be making a tour just for you so you can have an idea what it's like to live in a community far away from Las Vegas Strip. So welcome to another episode where we delve deep into one of Las Vegas's hidden gems, the Lone Mountain area. Situated just 11-minute jaunt away from vibrant downtown Summerlin and about 30 minutes from the exhilarating Strip and the airport. Lone Mountain offers a taste of both urban and suburban life. Story time. So I had a client who was looking for the perfect home always. He was looking for about an $800,000 home. He wanted lots of land, he wanted views, he wanted 4 or 5 bedrooms, 3-car garage. He wanted it all. But in the neighborhoods he was looking at that he heard from other people about, or he watched some of these videos about, and he wanted to look in like Summerlin, Southern Highlands, and parts of Henderson. Now, I told him that for what he wants, he might want to look in the Northwest area, Lone Mountain, Centennial Hills, that area, because you get a bit more property, a bit more land for your money. Well, like always, I had to show him to learn him about what I was saying was true. So I took him for a day. We looked at all the properties in Summerlin, Southern Highlands, and there were some way out in Henderson with the land he was looking for, the square footage and all that, but it was way out there. And then I took him here to Lone Mountain, and he saw 2 or 3 homes that fit all his criteria within his budget. It's because the rural protected neighborhoods out here in Las Vegas, they give you more bang for your buck, you get more land, a little bit more house, and it's spread out. You're not on top of one of each other. Now, to understand Lone Mountain, we have to define it by its boundaries. Lone Mountain is defined by West Lone Mountain Road, which is to the north, West Cheyenne, which is to the south, I-95, which is to the east, which is over there, and the beautiful mountain range to the west is behind you, and we'll look at that later. Its location lends itself to an abundance of outdoor activities that any nature lover will cherish. Lone Mountain in itself offers several trails and loops for adventurous souls, some of which can be quite steep with striking elevation changes at 700 feet. Depending on your fitness level and hiking pace, these trails could take between an hour to an hour 40 minutes to get up and get back down. It took me about 5 minutes. What can I say? I'm kind of a natural at this. Beyond the mountain, the area also boasts 9 parks, ideal for everything from picnics to kickabouts. The Lone Mountain and surrounding community, including the rural preservation neighborhoods, are studded with a myriad of smaller development, many of which are gated communities, and they have about 20 custom homes in there. You can see down there, they're scattered throughout this little valley right here. And you got semi-custom homes, and you have luxury homes. For those with the grand home building dreams, a wealth of vacant lots beckon, primed for creation of luxury estates, and those are all right behind me. And for all you golf enthusiasts, this neighborhood is conveniently located within a 7 to 15-minute drive to 3 stunning golf courses. You have Dorrego Hills, Highland Falls, and Eagle Crest. These courses promise to satiate your golfing appetite while offering remarkable views of challenging fairways. So we are currently standing at the halfway point to the Lone Mountain hike. It's a beautiful view. Right down there we have the equestrian park, which has an arena. It's a great place. You'll see horses, people riding horses. We saw some earlier. And then right over there is another park, which is Lone Mountain Park to the north. That's going to have your basketball hoops, your tennis courts, your merry-go-rounds, little places for scientific and geographic stuff that kids can learn on. It's a great little area. And the 9 other parks around here are amazing. Now, as you can see, I'm standing in a blank lot, and there's blank lots like this everywhere here in Lone Mountain. It's because Lone Mountain's full of rural preservation neighborhoods. So what rural preservations of Las Vegas have is a unique charm designated by the city of Las Vegas. They strive to maintain a rustic aura that distinguishes them from the urban hustle and bustle that you see everywhere else. So the homes are not stacked on top of each other. You can expect to see large lot sizes like this, often a ½ acre or larger, and they're all single-family homes. Ample open space and rural amenities such as horses. You see a lot of horse barns, and you can have ducks, pigs, and chickens, and all that good stuff too in these rural areas. So what these rural neighborhoods do is they serve as a tranquil retreats for families who value outdoor living, community spirit, and a quieter pace of life. The benefits are manyfold: serenity, open spaces, rural amenities, lower crime rates, and generally higher home values. So a trip to a rural preservation neighborhood could look like a rejuvenating hike, a bike ride on one of the many trails around here, even a horseback ride through some of these lots, or if they have stables or an arena, you'll see that. Or a visit to a farm, a petting zoo. Some of these rural neighborhoods have petting zoos, which is kind of crazy. You could have a picnic in the park or simply unwind in your own spacious backyard, appreciating the tranquility and the slower pace of life that Lone Mountain and these rural rustic preservation neighborhoods have. Now, my name is Shane Judd. If you don't know me by now, I'm a real estate advisor helping you relocate to Las Vegas and helping you achieve home ownership. Whether you are buying or selling, I can definitely help. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified every time I post one of these amazing videos. And if you're thinking of purchasing or have purchased, there's some vital information that you should know. So a lot of agents that I run into and talk to and non-agents do not know about this. So last March, Southern Nevada Water Authority and Southern Nevada Health Department came up with a moratorium of sorts. I say of sorts because I had to do a lot of digging to find the literature on this critical matter. And I had to call all the organizations and to come up with a straightforward answer. Even then, I found very little literature giving that a black and white information on this matter. And the matter is no more septic systems in Las Vegas. This is because SNHD is concerned about the contamination to the groundwater that may happen from a broken septic tank, as well from a conservation standpoint. See, 99% of your home water is recycled here in Las Vegas, but you can't do that with the septic system. It doesn't get recycled. So from my research I did, you cannot put a septic system on a property that has access or is provided water by SNWA, that's Southern Nevada Water Authority. Your septic plans will not get approved by the city, and SNWA will not provide water to your property if you somehow get a septic system on your property. And now, if you're approved for a well water system, you can get a septic system provided on your property. Now, this is my understanding from the research I did. If I am wrong, or you got some more information, please leave it in the comments. But this is critical to purchasing a property in this area. You should know about these things. So story time. When they did this, they didn't tell anybody beforehand. They just put this moratorium or whatever they call it into place. And then clients of associates that have had properties who plan to build on it and plan to put septic in it. Now, when they passed this moratorium or law or whatever they call it, they didn't tell anybody, and the people that have been sitting on this property had already mapped out a septic system. Now, a septic system costs 20 to 30 grand to put it in, and to run a pipe from the city water instead of a septic system, I've heard quotes from $100,000 to $400,000. So these people who own this land that had plans to build on it in the future, their land became obsolete and kind of lost their value, because now instead of putting a 20 to 30 grand septic system in, they have to run a $400,000 line that the city's charging. Now, city officials and state officials are working on a program to subsidize some of these costs, so it brings them down, but you know how government works, and we'll see how long that takes. So what do you guys think so far? Would you live this far away from the Strip, or do you prefer closer to the Strip? Leave your comments below. As you can see right now, I'm standing in front of a strip mall. For me, Lone Mountain is a little bit light on amenities. What I mean by that is we are now at the edge of borderline. It's West Cheyenne right now. We're standing in front of the strip mall, and it has plenty of restaurants, but they're just not really good restaurants. You have all the fast food, have a bunch of doctor's offices, and if you keep going about 10 minutes east towards I-95, when you get to Tenaya, there is Mountain View Hospital right there, as well as the Nevada Medical Center. There's a whole bunch of medical buildings. It's not quite in Lone Mountain, but it's a 10-minute drive. Along the Tenaya Way in 95, you have a bunch more amenities too. There's 4 or 5 churches in this area. There's 4 gyms for all you fitness buffs. But with the amount of outdoor activities, just switch your workout for outdoor activity. Unless it's 115 degrees out, and then you probably want to go to the gym. But for me, it's a little shy on amenities. I've never really eaten around here. There's a Roberto's Tacos right there, which I have eaten at many of those, just not one here. There's a short drive to Red Rock as well as Tavili Village. So if you really want to go to a nice restaurant, it's an 11-minute drive away. So that's not a big issue. So now when it comes to real estate in Las Vegas, Lowmount offers a variety of options. At the time of this video, there are about 9 homes listed that are currently active on the MLS, and they're ranging from a spacious 600,000 square feet living space home at 1.7 million to a cozy 821 square foot home at 229,000. In the past 6 months, there's been about 50 homes that have changed hands, meaning they've been sold recently, with ranges from 1.5 million all the way down to 256,000. Currently, there's 10 vacant lots that are also on the market right now, priced between 1.25 million for a little bit over an acre to 225,000. However, it's important to note that more vacant land exists, but is currently not listed. Often these are held by investors or future homeowners who want to build a home. Now, there are some new construction communities here in Lone Mountain, not many. There are actually 3 that are going up right now. There's Sierra Falls by D.R. Horton, Gilmore Grove by KB Homes, and Durango Reserve by Lamar, with price ranging from $400,000 to $514,000 for the base price. And you know, they can go up from there. In conclusion, Lone Mountain is a serene escape, offering a blend of rural and urban life with a focus on outdoor living. So if you're on your hunt for a peaceful abode with a room to roam and a strong sense of community, Lone Mountain might just be the right place for you. And remember, as they say, buy land. They don't make it anymore. For more videos about Las Vegas or Henderson neighborhoods, make sure to check out one of my videos on the screen, probably under there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.